Hey there, my name is Niandra. I just wanted to make a quick video explaining the changes that Mercy got in the newest Overwatch 2 beta and give my thoughts on them. So first of all, Guardian Angel has two changes. The first one is that the ability can no longer be cancelled by pressing crouch for a big vertical boost. All this means is that the official super jump we saw near the end of the first beta has been removed. The second change, which is actually something new, states that Guardian Angel now automatically launches a player upwards if they reach the end of their GA. I always hesitate to judge things very quickly, but my initial impression was I'm not a fan of this. I do want to start with a positive though. One really big upside to this method is that it makes V super jumps really easy and consistent. If you don't know what that is, it's when you super jump to someone below you to bounce back up, and the window for it is very tight. I've had a lot of trouble with this tech, I find it harder than both super jump reses and backwards GA, so to me this is the biggest upside I can see to this newest iteration of super jump. As for the negatives, oh boy. Okay, I think automatic super jump just flat out does not feel good to use. And on one hand, I realize this fading will fade over time as we get used to it, but I also think the player has inherently less control when a system is automatic. In general, as Mercy, 95% of the time you should be cancelling GA early, super jumping or slingshotting. So why does an automatic super jump get in the way? It shouldn't really be that big of an issue, yet it is for a lot of players, myself included. And I think it's the small things, like how if I accidentally fly to an ally in front of me instead of the one behind them that I meant to target, I'm just immediately in the air. I also had it ruin a body block on a friendly ulting Pharah because I couldn't cancel GA early and still be at the right level. Guardian Angel has a million different quirks and ways it can be used, so I think any level of control loss is just, it's noticeable I think. Another thing I sorta noticed is that there's a very slight delay between reaching the end of your flight and going into the air, or at least sometimes there is. Now, if that delay wasn't there, I would probably be complaining about how you can no longer slingshot after a full Guardian Angel, I will admit that. However, with the delay, automatic super jump ends up feeling very clunky, almost as if I'm lagging. To be fair, live game super jump also has a slight delay, but since you fly lower to the ground, there's more of a visual indication for that delay as Mercy has to rise. The biggest issue, and something that really frustrates me, is that this super jump makes prop bouncing, wall bouncing, and floor bouncing very weird. A lot of the time you can no longer do it, and Skiesti found the same thing. So if anyone has any information on this, please let one of us know and we'll be really appreciative. What I heard Skiesti say is that you can do it if your target is close on the other side of a prop, but if they're far away it won't work, which what the fuck. If you've seen any of my other previous gameplay videos, you'll know that I love prop balancing and that finding spots has been one of my main goals of Overwatch 2, so to lose out on that it's completely unacceptable to be quite honest, but I'll talk about that more later on. I think I'll have more to say on this change at a later date, but for now, I don't like this and kinda wanna talk about the other stuff. Moving on, we have this Angelic Descent buff that ties into the Guardian Angel change. So Angelic Descent can now slow your upwards movement and not just your downwards movement. This means if you're booped by, say, Lucio or Junkrat, you can hold your jump key to fight against the movement. This could be especially useful during resurrects to avoid them being cancelled. I didn't expect a buff like this, and I don't think it will be amazingly impactful, but giving Mercy more control over movement is always welcome, and give it a few weeks, maybe we'll find something cool. That buff seems to be more of a side effect though, as I assume this was implemented in response to players wanting more control over super jump height. So I've noticed that super jump height doesn't seem to be a gradient, it seems to be that there's more 3 set heights you can go. Thankfully super jump reses are still doable and not that difficult with this current iteration, which to be quite honest is all I really care about here. Last of all, we have a minor update regarding the ping system and Valkyrie. So when Mercy ults, she can see enemy health bars above their heads. It's really useful and underrated, I love it. Anyway, if you spot an enemy that's low or critical, you can now specifically ping that, rather than just pinging the enemy character while your team just tries to guess what you mean. Not much to say on this one. It's a really fantastic change, and I hope to see Mercy players using it, or at least using it when they don't go after low targets with their pistol. Honestly, in general, I really love what they're doing with the ping system. Oh, also, very minor, but they added an icon for when an ally is anti-naded and when their healing is enhanced by friendly Ana. These look really good, I love these, big thumbs up for that. To end this video off, I want to have a little bit of a rant, because I'm kind of annoyed by how Mercy has been treated so far in Overwatch 2. Obviously, I have a lot of sympathy for the devs, this is a beta, in general supports haven't been touched much, and Symmetra is right there, what the fuck are those changes? But I've said before, I am worried they're gonna focus on Super Jump instead of trying bigger changes to Mercy's kit, which I feel is already happening, and no one really demanded this. At the start of Beta 1, Valkyrie beams were broken for a few days. At the start of Beta 2, we have a really clunky movement change. I'm looking forward to Beta 3 where damage boost actually lowers your team's damage. I've said time and time again, I just want Mercy to have her time in the spotlight. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me know in the comments what you think of these changes. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe for more Overwatch 2 content, and have a nice day.